happy. I'm like, oh my god, like, would you still appreciate, would you still love them? Like I just love that. Like, that's so beautiful. Like, you're like so cool for that. That's really what I think in my mind. Like, completely unbiased. Like, take yourself out of the situation. Would you still love this person? A while ago, I released an episode called Dating. A lot of the things that I talked about in that episode were very surface level. They weren't very like heartfelt or like soul touching or anything. But recently, I've been having a lot of conversations about relationship, what actually having a partner means, our idea of love, and what it means to different people, what it looks like to different people. I really kind of wanted to share my perspective of what I think love looks like as a 19-year-old. I took some time to write down everything that I think love is. Like, what does it look like to me? What do I believe it consists of? What do I believe having a partner means? And honestly, my view on this could change in the future, but I feel like it's just so interesting to see how different experiences really shape what you think love is and how that affects like the relationships that you're in. That's such like an interesting thing for me to talk about. And like, I love talking to other people about that because I love hearing what they have to say about it. The first thing I kind of wrote down when I was trying to like really verbalize my feelings about this was kind of putting aside the other person in the situation and kind of thinking about yourself first. And what I realized, what I think at least, is you have to open yourself up to be vulnerable. I really don't think you can be in a relationship and be like closed off unless you're like obviously like willing to grow and learn with the other person, but you just kind of have to realize that you have to be open and vulnerable. I feel like you can't even do that in a relationship if you're not open and vulnerable with yourself first. So you kind of have to know like the ins and outs of your mind and kind of like your soul if you want to be able to be open with someone else, because if you don't understand, then it's like, how are you supposed to explain it to somebody else? I feel like when you accept yourself first, rejection from anybody else kind of doesn't matter, won't hurt as much, because you already know that you've accepted yourself. Like, you have that kind of like safety net, like, no, it's okay, like, I know this part of me, and even if someone else doesn't like it, it's okay because I do. Like, I've already accepted that. Like, I am who I am the way I am, and what anybody else has to say doesn't matter about that. If they don't like it, they don't like it. It is what it is, and you just kind of have to move on. I feel like in that situation, if you don't like yourself or you hate yourself, like, the rejection that you get in that situation is 10 times worse, because you're like, oh shit, like, I knew that I was like this and I didn't like it, or it's like, shit, like, I didn't know this about myself, and like, now I'm like, oh my god, like, well, people hate this about me, like, how come I didn't know? Or all of these things. It's just like, if you are already open with yourself and you have like really gotten to know yourself before you jump into something with someone else, the possible rejection that you might face becomes a lot easier to digest and like process and just move on from it, because you already knew that part of you was there. Like, you've already accepted it, and you need to be able to love yourself for it. The other part, I feel like, with being vulnerable is like, you have to open yourself up for someone else to see. So if you're not ready for that to happen, again, like, the rejection is just going to be just so much harder. When that happens too, you really put yourself in a, like, when you open yourself up to somebody, right? I feel like you have to understand that the other person is like completely within their rights to say, actually, no, I don't like this. Obviously, in, you know, like, in a respectful way, but like, I don't think I want to be with someone like that. Like, it happens. Like, that's a very common thing. But I feel like what makes it harder for us to go through is if we're not already coming to terms with that. Like, if we already don't accept the fact that they have the ability to reject you, and you're like fully convinced that, you know, they're gonna love you however you are. And the thing is, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to my views on that. But I just feel like you have to understand that that is a possibility, and that makes any possible rejection so much easier. I feel like if I were to ever enter that kind of situation where I'm, you know, really being vulnerable with somebody, and they have any kind of reaction that's not like supportive or like very loving or whatever, it's okay. Like, I don't want to be put in a position myself either. Like, if I'm trying to think in the other person's shoes, I never want to be put in a position where I have to force myself to be supportive of someone, force myself to like show love to somebody if it's not really what I feel. Like, I don't want to be put in a position where I feel like I have to feel it. So I shouldn't put anybody in that position either, and I just have to accept that it is what it is and that it's okay. So the other thing that like I wrote, what my understanding of like having a partner means, like, what does that actually mean? I feel like honestly this kind of mixes with another topic that I wanted to talk about, but I'm just gonna start with this first. Right now, you know, how I feel about like, you know, having a partner, and I'm gonna talk about like loving them. So this is not like, When I was writing this, I was like thinking, I really hope people don't take this too seriously. Like, look, if you're with somebody for the fun of it and you both are in it for the fun of it, go for it. Like, none of this applies to that. If you're in like a hee hee ha ha thing with somebody, like, this doesn't apply to you. Please don't take this seriously in that kind of situation, because then you're just gonna look like a fool. So please don't do that. If you're thinking about it in the right situation, right now, like, my understanding of like actually having a partner, I feel like so many people have really different perspectives on what love looks like. I've heard versions where it's like, oh, like I love someone, they love me back. That means that if I tell them to do something, like they have to do it or they don't love me. I've seen like the complete opposite version too, and I feel like I honestly gravitate towards like the other, like the opposite version, because in my eyes, love is something, it's like so pure. You fully are appreciating another soul. Like, the point of living a life, I feel like, to me, is to just learn and to grow and to be like intelligent creatures and try our best, have goals, achieve them, and as you do that, you learn and you grow. And that obviously means that not everybody is perfect. Like, when you start at step one, you are a very imperfect human being. Honestly, you will never reach level 10. You will never be a perfect human being. Some people get to the 7, some people get to the 8, some people, I feel like a lot of people get stuck at like 5 and 6 or 7. I feel like in these very common situations where not everybody is perfect, having love for somebody is appreciating all of their growth and their learning and their mistakes and then their growth from those mistakes. Like, having appreciation for someone that is literally just like living their life. Like, I think about it as like, you like actually love somebody. If you didn't control this person, would you still appreciate, would you still love them? Like, think about it, like if you were watching like a movie of this person's life, of your significant other's life, would you still love and appreciate everything they do? Would you actually love them as a person and love their journey and love their experiences and then, you know, they're like the growth and everything? Completely unbiased. Like, take yourself out of the situation. Would you still love this person? And if the answer is yes, I feel like that's real love. Like, if I were to look at somebody, when I look at my friends, like obviously this is different, right? So you're talking about like romantic love and platonic love. This is like the central idea between both of them. It's like when I look at my friends, like my really close friends, I look at them and I think like, even if I weren't in their life, like would I still love them for everything that they do? Would I still appreciate them for everything that they do? And the answer is always yes. And to me, that's what like actual love like looks like. I always say like, or I just like believe like whatever my friends do or or anything that anybody I love does, right? Even if I don't 100% completely agree with it, like I will still love you. Like I will fully like love and support you because that's the decision that I made. And I don't think like love is a decision. I think it's kind of just something that you feel, but you obviously can choose, like, right, like who you spend a lot of your time with and who you spend a lot of your like mental like energy like thinking about and like wanting to spend time with. How you make those decisions kind of molds who you end up really having love for. If I didn't want to spend time with my friends that I have now as much as I did when we were like first becoming friends, I probably wouldn't have the same love that I, you know, have for them right now if I didn't spend as much time with them as I did in the past. So for me, it's like I knew what I was getting into. Like, I know who you are and I still choose to make time for you and spend time with you and like be there for you. So yes, that means that no matter what you do, as long as you're not like fully disrespecting me or like you shit on our like relationship or anything, like I fully support you and I fully love you for everything that you do. Like, that's what that looks like to me. Like, I expect the same back. Obviously, like I'm like fully aware of the fact that like this type of love is so like rare. Like, and this is the part about like you have to understand that not everybody is willing to give you the same amount back, and you just kind of have to like accept that. If you're not ready to accept it, don't be dishing it out to everybody because then you're just gonna get hurt. So I really pick and choose who I show like that affection to and how I show it to them, when I show it to them, and like all of those things. And it's like, and I think I mentioned this in the episode before, like I have like these, like I have 3 people in my life that I can like I genuinely have like a lot of care and affection for. And there's like other people too. Like it's like a very complicated thing to say. Like I can't just say, oh, I only love these 3 people. It's like I actually care about a lot of people in my life. I'm talking about like they're my friends. If they were to call me one day and say I need something, like I like to think about it like this. If one of my friends were to call me one day and be like, hey, can you do this for me, no questions asked, I would do it. I don't care what kind of sticky situation you're in. Like I will try my best to help you get out of it. And I know those 3 same people, if I call them one day and I'm like, hey, can you do this for me, no questions asked, they would do it back. I'm happy with the people that I have around me, and they're not a lot, but I've never been that type of person. But it's like the people that I do have around me, I'm like so appreciative of them. Like I actually like I just love them. Like they're so cool and amazing. They're so smart. I can do anything everything with them, and like I'll always be there for them and they'll always be here for me, and it's like it's just great. It feels really nice to have that feeling. I feel like when I talk to different people about this, like everybody has different opinions about it, but for me, like the reality of actually loving someone, right? Like that feeling of like having affection and like actual love for someone is so raw to me. Like it's just such a like natural, if that makes sense. But there are some other things that are natural too that I feel like, which is learning, growing, making mistakes, becoming different people as you grow. And I feel like when I really love someone, like I appreciate all of the stages of their life. Like if someone tells me, like I've been in a situation before where like, I was talking to one of my really close friends and he was like, like I was this type of person like a couple years ago and like I've really changed and I'm not that type of person anymore. I was just like, that's so, like I just love that. Like that's so beautiful. Like I understand that it's hard for some people to change and grow. Like honestly, expecting someone to change and grow is very difficult and it doesn't really happen nowadays. So when someone comes, like, when someone tells me like I was this type of person a couple years ago, but now I'm like this, I realize my mistakes and I'm trying to grow, and I myself see that effort. I'm so appreciative. I'm like, oh my god, like you're actually like a growing, living human being, and that is just so beautiful to me. And like that's something that like I can just like naturally like have affection for and be like, oh my god, like I'm so proud of you, like I'm so happy for you. Like that type of thing is what I'm talking about. My friend wasn't always in that stage where like when we were friends he was like he was like perfect and he like was changing everything. No, like I was in his life when he was going through those like early stages where he was a different person, and I still appreciated him then too. Like, and it's like it's coming from that to coming to this, and then him like actually acknowledging, oh shit, like I was this type of person years ago, but now I'm like this, I'm better, I'm like trying to get better, I'm trying to make changes, like blah, blah, blah. It's like I literally saw that with my own eyes, and I'm so happy that I stayed. Like I'm so happy I stayed friends with you because I get to appreciate that. I get to appreciate the change, I get to appreciate the acknowledgement, and I get to appreciate this new version of you. And to me that is like the most, it's just like that's like what life is, and I'm like literally witnessing it with my own two eyes, and I just feel like that's so, I just love that so much. Like it just makes me so happy. I'm like, oh my god, like I'm so happy I have people like that in my life. Like I feel like that just like it garners so much like love for my friends, love for me, love for my life, like experiences, like the conversations that I have with my friends. Like I'm just really happy. Like it brings that sense, like that kind of feeling to me. And so anything else that I would be going through in that time, it just kind of makes it easier because I'm like, I have a lot of what I need. I'm doing okay. Like I think I'm gonna be okay. I feel like what kind of comes with that, right? Like understanding that people go through different phases is that you actually have to accept that. And I feel like the only way to accept that is to understand that you are also a person that goes through a lot of different bunch of phases. Maybe like a couple of people who have seen me from then to now, and it's like they actually really appreciate me for everything that I've gone through, all the changes that I've made, everything that I've learned, how much I've grown. Like it's so nice to be appreciated for that too, which is why I feel like I'm so excited to appreciate someone else when they've gone through that. I fully acknowledge like I'm such an imperfect person that anytime someone tries to be a better version of themselves, I'm just like so happy. I'm like, this is such a good thing. Like, oh my god, like growing, it's such a human thing to do. Our minds are always like expected to adapt and grow so quickly that when someone actually does it, I'm just like, oh my god, like you're like so cool for that. Like just like what I think in my mind. Like when someone tells me something like that, like currently having a learning curve on how to like make my buns, I felt like I got it, and then they just like keep falling apart. So yeah, I feel like that's what it looks like to me. I'm just so excited to watch the people around me grow. I'm so excited to grow myself. Like I really feel like I've entered this new era in my life where I'm so ready to grow. I'm so ready to learn. Like I'm eager to learn. Like after semester 1, I'm in a place where like my mind is so strong. Like it's so ready. It's just absorbing information. I want information. Like I just want to like become like this hub of knowledge, if that makes sense. Like I'm so excited to like learn and grow and like become a new person, like the person that like I've dreamed of becoming. And I feel like with the amount of discipline that I have right now, I'm just in a place where I'm like, I also have motivation. And obviously motivation is not like a long lasting thing, right? It comes and goes. The important thing is discipline. And I feel like I've learned, and I'm still learning, I've learned how to have that. I feel like I'm in just such a like, I'm in a prime position to just like be like the person that I actually really want to be. And I've been able to surround myself with people who do the same thing super super hardworking, great to have fun with, mature. Like, oh my god, I can't even explain. Like, having mature people in your life, like, because I've been in phases of my life where I've had immature people and mature people. And I feel like my life is just so much better when I have people who are mature around me and like there's just like no nonsense and like always have like, you know, like working towards something, but like also like, you know, like we can all have fun together. Not an easy thing to find nowadays. And I feel like the fact that I've even found like just a couple people like that in my life, like that makes me so grateful. I'm okay with, like, I'm so happy. I'm content. I'm not worried. Like, I'm not stressed. I no longer really have issues with like my self like image anymore. Like that has really gone down, and it's not there. Like that also comes and goes. Growth is not linear. Like it's like this, right? But it slowly goes up. You could have 3 steps forward, two steps back, but then another 3 steps forward. That's still 1 step forward. Like that's such a good thing. Those are kind of my ideas. Maybe it's helped you, maybe it didn't, I'm not sure. I guess I'll see you later.